What's up, tribe? This is Justin, Elevate Credit. Today is day 243, how to guarantee high limit credit cards. So, thank you guys for following this journey from day 0 to reuniting my wife, my son here in the US. We're talking credit repair, business funding, real estate investing, just taking that next step to achieve that next level. So today we're talking about getting those high limits, right, on the individual side. So why is it important to get the high limits on the individual side? The reason that it's important is so that you can get high limits on the business side, because getting the high limits on the business side is going to allow you to leverage your credit to build a business, invest in real estate. There are lots of different ways to make money by leveraging your credit on the business side with business credit. So before we go out and we get hundreds of thousands in business credit, we want to make sure that we have the high limits on the personal side. So doing a couple of these things can allow you to get higher limits on the personal side. The first thing is you want to research your the banks that you want to apply to and or that you already have existing relationships with. Research these banks for their fiscal year end. The reason that's important is because banks, are businesses, and they have quotas, and they want to make sure that they are issuing a certain amount of credit cards by the end of their fiscal year. They want to make sure they're issuing a certain amount of credit limit increases by a certain time of the year. And if you apply at that time before the end, they're going to be more likely to give you what you want, because they have to reach their quotas, their end goals, their year milestones. So put yourself in the driver's seat and utilize that strategy to apply for credit and also request credit line increase. It's a great way to get those higher limits. The second way to get higher limits is research the banks. Some banks are known for giving out high credit limits. It's just the way it is. For example, Alliant Credit Union, they'll give out the 2.5% cashback card, and they're going to give out at least $10,000. Navy Federal is another big one, right? If you have checking accounts, savings accounts, some of their secured lines and or CD accounts with them, the more products you have with them, that's generally how it works with banks. Relationships, the more products you have with them, the more generous they're going to be in terms of lending credit. But for example, Navy Federal is known for giving out $25,000 credit line from the get-go. So they're a great bank to get a high limit credit card from. So remember that. So those are a couple ways to get high limits in terms of fiscal year end and knowing which banks to go to. Get those high limits in the initial application. Also, request credit limit increases, and that's the road to getting higher personal lines of credit, so you can get higher business lines of credit. So thank you guys for following. Remember to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment. It helps the algorithms. Check out the links. We have ebooks, e-courses, dispute letters, trade lines, everything that you need to do it yourself. Of course, if you're interested in one-on-one, we can do that as well. Last but not least, to my son, Josiah, son, you are blessed, you are anointed. Remember to use credit responsibly to build business, invest in real estate to your success. Salud.